Hi, how is everyone doing today? I said I'd be back with another review, and I don't disappoint. Hold on a second. All right, now we're back. Hello, everybody. Everyone's favorite dog and YouTube movie talker is here. Back to the Barbecue Network. Gonna have you sit still. And I'm gonna do a brief review. I don't know how brief, but we'll see. Of Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now, saw Halloween 6 in theaters and Halloween H2O in theaters. I don't know where I saw Halloween Resurrection for the first time, but man, I'm a huge fan of all those movies. Not even that much of a fan of 1 and 2 as much. Huge fan of part 4. Seen it growing up. But then owning the Blu-ray and owning that at 4, 5, 6, H2O and Resurrection. Oh boy. I really do enjoy those movies. Quite a lot. And that's my main issue, obviously, and as I said before, with the 2018 movie, is that it removes those from the canon and changes Michael Myers into a relatively boring spree killer who all he did that one night was just get racked up for 40 years, do all his killings, get racked up for 40 years, and then escape when the media comes and visits him. And I don't find that to be an appealing story. I'm sorry. I much prefer that him going after the Lloyd family. I much prefer him doing what he does in part 6. I much prefer 7. I much, H2O as it was. So I've said that before. So if you want me, I could elaborate on my thoughts on the Halloween series as a whole and the 2018 film, I'd be more than happy. Of course, the Sausage Factory are very negative on the Halloween Rob Zombie one. Some have some positives here or there. And Justin Dean, who is on as guest, he, has some defense for them. But I have some major support for Rob Zombie's Halloween. I haven't seen Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 yet. And I never thought I'd watch Rob Zombie's Halloween. Saw some of it on cable once and I didn't enjoy it. Didn't know much about the series back then, of course. But then having become really a big fan of the series, I thought, why on earth would I want to see a new interpretation of something? But especially through his prism or scope. I'd seen House of a Thousand Corpses and didn't intend to see Devil's Rejects, but due to the timing of me sneaking into a theater, became quite convenient for me to watch that movie. So I watched that one and very much enjoyed that one. Neither of them I thought I would enjoy. So I guess it's fitting that I didn't think I would enjoy this one. I find it hard to look away from. I find it a very, retelling, to say the least. But then you see the DNA of the original film in it. This film is a tremendous achievement, in my opinion. You got a lot of positives going for it. Sherry Moon Zombie, I guess, would play one of the lead roles as Michael Myers' mother. Malcolm McDowell takes over for plays Dr. Loomis. Brad Dourif as the sheriff. Danielle Harris, who played Jamie Lloyd, is now playing Annie. Scout Taylor Compton playing Laurie Strode. A variety of other people featured in the film, from Dee Wallace to Danny Trejo to William Forsythe. With this very powerful role by William Forsythe. Quietly one of the better actors around. Um, so basically, it shows an origin of Michael Myers' character. It puts forth a theory as to why or how he got the way he was, why he went crazy and did the killings as he did back in the day. And instead of seeing them occur quickly in the first moments of the movie, we see what seems like an entire movie's worth of origin of his character being bullied, abusing, or looking into hurting animals. A long myriad of issues affecting the Myers household, including an absentee father that's not even shown, and this junk boyfriend of a father figure for Michael Myers who's always being mean to the young Michael Myers. This young man that plays the Michael Myers character, oh boy, they found a very, very good, talented actor here. Dag Karish, I think. Tyler Mane, I believe, does the acting as Halloween or as Michael Myers. One of my favorite kills of the series is in this film. Probably several of them, actually, but the one is when he lurches out from, uh, under the hood, like in the first one, but he just grabs the girl by her throat with one hand almost and then, strangles her. Found that to be a really cool kill. Um, Overall, the pace, the tone, I guess, lingering of various shots, the heavy-handed narrative. I mean, not heavy-handed. The narrative going so strongly through Michael Myers' thing, the story, it makes it a completely interesting movie. The mother, Sherry Moon Zappa, or Sherry Moon Zombie. Obviously, she gets the roles because she's part of the Rob Zombie empire. But yeah, she does a really good job. I don't really know the criticisms of the movie. I can't really hear much criticisms of the movie because I really do like the movie quite a lot. In fact, it took me weeks to get through it. Sometimes when I'm watching a movie, I get so wrapped up and in the attention for it that I start kind of, oh my god, my mind gets overwhelmed and like my mind shuts down. So that's what was happening with this film at various points. When it jumps ahead to 15 years later, I'd never really seen what the main part of the film is, when he goes on his rampage as an adult. So, wow. I kind of wish the rampage as the adult would have, it has some cool shit in it, don't get me wrong. But it kind of loses a little bit once the kid is not playing the Michael Myers, but it gains something else. So obviously the movie is just a constant trade-off. You're constantly entertained, but then thinking about where things are in the timeline. So it's a difficult watch for anyone that's seen the Halloween films. I'd almost think that someone that's never seen any of the Halloween movies would really love this movie because it's such a sure, I guess some people could say that it swings and misses at this stuff, at being really primal and being really intense and all that it swings and misses, but I don't think it swings and misses. And obviously there's more darker, harder core movies out there, but none of them with the Halloween quote unquote brand name on them, and none that have, I don't know, this movie's got some real style to it. And I've never seen Dag Karish. I haven't seen the next one. I think he may have a small part in it. I don't know. So maybe there's some more flashbacks to him when he's young. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing Lords of Salem. From what I remember about that, when I saw clips of it, I really enjoyed or was intrigued to see that. And I think he did one called 31, which is maybe a bunch of horror short films. I'm not too sure, but I hope to see Rob Zombie get control of another franchise. I know that sounds crazy, but I really do. Maybe not one of the Blue Bloods anymore because, everyone's got their own mixed opinion about it. But this movie is like a million times better than the 2018 movie. This movie is really good. And is it as good as the Halloween, the first one? I like it more. It doesn't mean that it's better. I mean, I straight up like it more. I really do. I like Halloween 1. I could watch it. I really love how methodical it is, all the kills, some really good kills in it. But I really like the way that this Halloween brings its own lore to it and brings its own interpretation. And that's all I ask for is if you're going to make a Halloween movie, you don't redact the entire meat of the franchise, which is these other ones. And this one doesn't do that. This redacts part 1 and then replaces part 1 with rejiggered new components. And if someone's got an issue with that, fine, have an issue with that. But it's better than replacing part 2. It's better than replacing part 4. Better than replacing part 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 would be Resurrection with this stuff. It really is. Because I'm not a fan of the 2018 film. I mean, I'll say it a million times. I think it's very, very bad. It takes kills from Halloween 1. It takes kills from this one, that one. Puts them into this. All this one did was take kills from Halloween 1 and redo them in a distinctly more nuanced way because we now see the movie through Michael Myers' face. So, I don't know. People could have an issue with seeing behind the mask, but obviously one day they're probably going to show Jason in this manner. So, people should probably wrap their head around it. Because, I mean, unless you do a really meta Friday the 13th or a couple other ideas that I have, you're going to have to show an origin of the young lad. So, who do I think the standouts in this movie are? I think the sister of Michael Myers is great. She plays the young Jenny in Forrest Gump. And she went on to do, I guess, some theater and different things, other TV shows as well. I really think she does a tremendous job in this film. This movie doesn't shy away from any nudity or anything, too. So they can't digitally remove palm trees, I guess, which is a little unfortunate. In the first one, there's no palm trees, I'm pretty sure. Or if there are, you understand it. But in this 2007 one, definitely feels like they could have found somewhere in Illinois to make the movie. I'm just going to say that. And it's not a qualm about the movie or anything like that, but it definitely feels like you could find somewhere in Illinois in the August or September part of the year to make the movie, just to make sure there's no palm trees. And to, give it more, Illinois ambiance, which having really never been in Illinois, I don't really get or know what that would be like, but I definitely get a lot of California or middle of nowhere ambiance from the movie, and that's, I guess, effective. So I don't have any criticisms about this movie. I can just go on and on and on, but I highly recommend anyone that hasn't seen Rob Zombie's Halloween to check it out. We could discuss about it further. Just because someone likes Halloween, Rob Zombie, don't mean that they don't like the other ones. It don't mean that they don't appreciate the other movies. I look forward to seeing the part 2 and seeing how or what would have been happening in part 3 of it. I don't know, man. Obviously, I love the series. I would love to see Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, something brought with that to the future. But hey, I've watched this movie for the last 3 or 4 weeks or even a month. I'm really glad I've been watching it. I've gotten over my fear of seeing it, and I'm very proud that I think it's a really good movie. Now, there's some things of morally I don't like in it, and all this and that. But overall, I mean, it's a horrifying horror movie, a really strong horror movie, and highly enjoyed it. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna check out more of the audio commentary. I'm about halfway through it on Rob Zombie. What I'm most excited about when I hear it is oh my God, he sounds so much different than you would expect. Every time I've ever seen an interview, that's exactly what I feel about him, is that he's so much different than one would expect. More human than human. And all this other stuff. So I look forward to maybe going back at the time and seeing some of the interviews and some of the reaction to this film about when it came out and all that. Because I really do think it's it's going to stand the test of time of being one of the great Halloween films. I really do. And I think the 2018 one will be forgotten within a couple years. My prediction, money don't mean everything. And even that being said, it's not like it made that much more than Rob Zombie's Halloween. It made more, right? But it didn't make that much more. So anyway, signing off for the Barbecue Network. Bye for now.